What's up, CCP? What's up?
So what's wrong with this guy?
Hey, so check this out. Look who I'm with here. This is one of the state leaders of one of the state homeschool organizations, Louisiana. Homeschool rock star. He's an entrepreneur, owns a business, owns a couple businesses. Very successful, very influential dude. Can you share your experience on homeschooling?
Well, how about this? Homeschooling, he thinks he's so much noble. I mean, you always killing me. But what happens is homeschooling was not our first choice, but it's our best choice. And so we get time to spend with our kids, pour values into them, give them life skills. And that's what life is about. As a parent, we want to be intentional. We want to be able to pass on a legacy to them. And really that baton, think about that race, that baton of faith. And so hanging out with Noble, doing CC, homeschooling, it all fits.
Boom. If you could give some folks advice, so you guys have been homeschooling for how long?
12 years.
Wow, okay. What advice as a veteran homeschooling family could you give to some of the newer homeschooling families out there?
Sure, so check this out. So one of the things is you always start with the end and then work backwards. So what do you want your kids to be? Not just educated, but you want them to be successful. You want them to love God. You want them to be difference makers. And you start with that. And so you build your life around that to get to that destination.
Okay, what can you share also some of the things, what are you involved in? What organizations are you a part of? What businesses do you own?
You don't see these muscles?
Boom, the gun show. Look at this guy.
Talk
What?
about the Heritage Foundation?
Yeah. So obviously exercise is important because if you can't live a long life, you won't have as much impact. So health is important. One of the things here is always learn. Leaders are readers. I used to hate to read. My wife, when she heard that I didn't read, I read a bunch of comic books growing up. Richie Rich and Batman. It was crazy. But I hated to read. But when I saw the value of it, especially when my wife, I was trying to kind of make her, help her, get her to marry me. And when she said that, you don't read, and she was kind of gave me that kind of ugly face. I'm like, oh no, I got to start reading. But the value and the wisdom of getting that information from other people who've kind of put that down in a book, it's priceless.
Okay, you own a couple businesses?
We do own a couple businesses. So I'm in the dry cleaning and laundry service business, and we have a bunch of different locations, but specifically it's about people. One of the things, it can't be about making a buck. It's about making sure, because they're not going to be there forever. I always tell my employees, look, I want to make sure that you leave here better than when you first came. And that's our attitude. I think that's how we should live life, is that we should leave life around us, impact them for better, that they've met us.
That's great. What advice could you give to homeschool dads specifically?
Homeschool dads, support your wife. It's so easy to just kind of dump it all on them. And hey, I was there, so I'm not throwing you under the bus. I was there too. Is that I'm working, man. I'm busy. And I'm just trying to do life, just trying to take care of the family. But my wife is basically starving at home emotionally. There's nobody to share anything with, nobody to kind of share struggles with, and to give it, just to be. My wife always says this: I don't need you to fix it, just listen to me. And so, sometimes I fix it, but I appreciate her letting me know that. And but yeah, support your wife, date your wife. That's one thing. Because the one thing is this: the best thing you can give to your kids is an awesome marriage.
That's great. Hope that helped you guys out. God bless
like
you
that,
all.
like that.